What is social media automation, i.e. Instagram bots? Why is it so important and what does it look like? Well, in our last video, we went over what is the best social media automation program, and we went a little in depth of what it is, and we determined that it's a program called Jarvee, J-A-R-V-E-E, and then we also went over how to set it up. In this video right here, I'm gonna be showing you some of the things that entrepreneurs, brand owners, celebrities use social media automation for, and we're gonna be taking a deep overview into the program. So I'm actually gonna take you inside of Jarvee. I'm gonna show you what it looks like and what it's capable of, as well as some strategies that you can use yourself using Instagram automation to take your brand business to the next level. So this video is perfect for anybody who is curious about social automation, wants to get started in social media automation, is just curious about what Jarvee looks like. There's a whole bunch of good stuff. Let's get right into it. My name is Bobby, aka the Influencer CEO. In this channel, we go over everything that it needs to boost up your brand, take your brand to the next level. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have social media automation videos. Monday, motivation videos. And then Friday, Saturday, Instagram social media growth videos. So make sure to like and subscribe. This is part of our series where we dive deep into social media automation and take you from beginning to end. So make sure you're subscribed. You are not going to want to miss a second of it. Let's get right into what Jarvee is, a complete overview of social media automation and the Jarvee program. Remember, by the end of this video, you're going to see what Jarvee looks like, and you're going to see why so many people, so many brands, businesses, and celebrities are using social media automation in 2019, 20, 2021, stuff like that. Let's get into it. Okay, so I think the best way for this video to work for you to get the most value of this video is for me just to go straight into Jarvee, which we are right now. We are in Jarvee, and for me to just go over all of the things that Jarvee can do really briefly, because what I want you to take out of this video is two things. I want you to get familiar with Jarvee, and more importantly, familiar with social media automation. And I just want you to leave with a good idea of what social media automation can and can't do for your business, because I just really want you to see that this stuff isn't magic. And it's social media automation is simply just automating the things that you would normally do on Instagram, but on an automated level, running on autopilot, making things really easy. Now, if you're curious of how we even got this far, Bobby, how did you set up Jarvee on your computer? Bobby, how did you put your account on Jarvee? Go check out our last video, and I talk a lot in it, but skip to the end of that last video and we actually set it up and get this far. So, like I said, here we are in Jarvee. This is what it looks like. If you ever use a tool, I would compare this to Mass Planner. This looks really similar to Mass Planner. It's actually an exact copy of Mass Planner, which was a popular social media automation platform that no longer exists, but now Jarvee is here and it's amazing. So you can see over here we have dashboard. Now if you click on the dashboard, that's where you can see all of the actions happening. Social profiles is where you see all of your Instagram accounts that you have loaded on. But this is the important part, tools, right? So I don't want you guys to think that I'm glancing over everything, but tools is what I want to focus on, because tools is, of course, what you can actually do with your Instagram account. So once you have your Instagram account logged in onto Jarvee, you could click on tools and click on your account. See here, I just have a little test account, and you're going to get all of these little tabs pulled up. So right here is exactly what we can do on Jarvee and what we can do with social media automation. So you can see we can use Jarvee to follow, unfollow, like, comment, contact, direct message, manage your comments, delete your posts, delete your comments, block followers, repost, find users and hashtags, like comments, save posts, view stories, full browser experience, which I'll go more into in a second, and then mute users. So what does that mean? What do all these things mean? Well, let's pull out your phone, open up Instagram. What are some things that you can do on your Instagram account? Well, you can follow, unfollow, like, comment, direct message, manage your comments, delete. So everything that you can do on your phone, you can also do in this program, right? But the difference is here, we can automate it. So now, for example, what's something that you can do with your Instagram account? You can follow people, right? Well, now what we can do is go to Jarvee and we can automate it. So let's say that you have a makeup account, right? You have a makeup account and you want to follow people that are interested in makeup. something that you might do is wake up and follow people that have, you know, just type in the keyword makeup and follow, say, 40 people per day. Well, what I could do here is I can go to Jarvee and I could follow 400 people per day, and then go to follow sources. And then what I could do is I could follow people by, let's say, you know, let's try follow users by hashtag. So you know, what I could do is I could follow anybody that uses the hashtag makeup, right? Boom. And so that's just a really, really simplified version. It's a little bit more advanced than that because there's all these settings here. But before we go into all of this text and all of these numbers, I just want to show you what social media automation can do. So we can follow on our Instagram. We've determined that. We could also follow on Jarvee and set it to follow exactly, you know, we can get so in depth that we could have Jarvee follow at 1 to 2 p.m. every single day. You know, like it's just an automated version of us on Instagram. So what we can do is we can use this to follow. We could use this to unfollow. We can use it to like. We could use it to like people's photos. We could use it to comment on people's photos. We could use it to direct message. We could use it to manage comments, delete comments. We could use it to find users and hashtags. We could use it to save posts, and we could use it to view stories, and we could use it for full browser experience. So why do I recommend Jarvee instead of so many other social media automation programs? There's even social media automation stuff on the App Store, the iPhone App Store. Well, I recommend Jarvee because of this feature right here, full browser experience. What this allows you to do is it allows you to actually browse the internet. So not literally browse the internet, but what this will do is will automate your Instagram account, and it will go and it will get cookies. So it'll pretend to browse websites like Fashion Nova or hotels.com. And why that is so important is because Instagram will never detect or pick up that your Instagram is automated, because why would you ever automate browsing the web and picking up cookies? So that's just a really advanced feature that it has. So I just usually just turn this on right there. I just turn it on. I don't even mess with any of this stuff. Okay, so what we did right now is we just gave a really brief overview of all the things Jarvee can do. It can follow, unfollow, like, direct message. And what we determined is Jarvee can do all of the things that we can do. All of the things that we can do. All of the things that we can do, Jarvee can do automated. So if we can follow, if me as a person, I can follow 500 people per day, Jarvee can follow 500 people per day. But the difference is I'm not the one going and doing it. This program is automating it. So that was a really brief overview of the things it could do. Now, I want to get you familiar with social media automation, okay? So now I just got you familiar with what it can do. Now I want to get you familiar of what social media automation is. Because when I first started with programs like these, I was incredibly confused. I wasn't confused by all of these things right here. Like I immediately understood, okay, it's an automated program that automates your follow, you know, anything you can do, it can do. Easy to understand, but what's confusing is all of these numbers right here. So what I want to do right now is just get you familiar with all of these numbers. So before we even change anything, because these are all default, let's just read what it's doing right now. So for example, for follow, okay, we have my test account waiting between every 13 to 19 minutes before every operation. So every 13 to 19 minutes, it's following between 14 to 17 people with a delay of 28 to 48 seconds. So around every 20 minutes, every 30 seconds, it's following 17 people. So what these numbers are just the numbers that correlate to the actions that we set for it. So for example, if I was a human, I would probably follow, let's say, I don't know, probably 100 people per day in my niche, which is entrepreneur. And I would do that. I wouldn't just get on my Instagram and follow. I would do like one follow 1 minute, you know, 5 follows in 10 minutes, another follow the next minute. So what this is doing is just giving all those variables that we would do as a human, but we're programming it to do right here. And it sounds complicated, but it's actually really easy. So what I would say for you, since we all learn at a different pace, when you're reading these, just take it at face value, because that's what it is. You know, don't get confused. It's saying wait between, it literally means it's going to wait between. It's saying follow between, it's literally going to follow between 14 to 17 seconds. It's that easy. Execute between, it means it's gonna do these things between whatever times we set it. So we could set this to from 7 a.m. to, you know, 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. Or let's do it less, you know, 3 p.m. And then we can add a random sleep time, so randomly it will stop in between them. We could set the days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday. And then, you know, all of these, then we also have options down here to, we could follow a maximum amount of people, okay? We could follow a minimum amount of people. One day we could start it out by following only 100 people every single day. And then we could have it increase 20 people every single day until it hits 300 people every single day. So this is just face value stuff that you need to go look at yourself and see, this is what I want. Get comfortable of telling this program what you want to do. And then over here we have filters, okay? Filters, filters, filters. So these are the times of the day and how many people it's going to be liking and following. Now, and down here is the filter of people it's actually going to follow. So what we can do is we can press on skip non-English users if we don't want to English users. What we can do is we can make sure that they don't have profile picture, or they do have profile picture. We can make sure that they don't have any bad words in their bio. So for example, we don't want to follow anybody with the words free, porn, XXX, you know, Republican, Democrat, you know, whatever you want to filter, you could put it in there. And, you know, there's just a ton of things we could do. We can make sure that they've posted within the last 10 days to make sure they're hyper active, and we're only following the most active people on Instagram. And then below we have after follow actions. So then what we could do is after we followed them, we could tell this program to like their last post. We could tell them to mute them after we follow them so we don't have to see their content on our timeline. And all of these are just some of the things you could do. So this is just for follow, okay? So remember, follow. When you click on any of these tabs, you're going to set the amount of people and the times of day that so basically the numbers you want it to do. And then you're going to go down, you're gonna set the filters, and then the after actions, okay? So the after follow actions. And each one of these tabs is going to have something similar. Okay, so now let's overview one more time just to make sure we're all on the same page. We opened up Jarvee and we saw that Jarvee can do all of the things that we can do as a human. We then saw that all of these things we can do as a human that Jarvee can do, we can set numbers and times for them. We could set filters for them, and then we could set actions for them to do after they have done the numbers and the filters, okay? So let's give an example. I myself am an entrepreneur. I want this program to follow hyperactive entrepreneurs who, let's say, you know, are also entrepreneurs. So what I'll do is I'll tell it, hey, Jarvee, I want you to follow 50 entrepreneurs per day. I only want you to follow people with profile pictures that have posted in the last 3 days, that have over 500 followers. And after you follow them, I want you to like their last picture. That is something that Jarvee is capable of. And you can go through, use your eyes, read what it's saying, and just put in the numbers and tell it what you want to do. It is that simple. Now, if you're confused and you're saying, well, Bobby, that makes sense, but how do I do it? What do I exactly need to do? Don't worry, those videos are coming very, very soon. But this video, remember, is just an overview of what Jarvee and what social automation could do. Now, the second thing that I would be confused if I were you, because I was you, is one, all of these numbers would be confusing, and two, well, okay, well, who exactly is it gonna follow? Well, what you would do for that is, the second most important thing is follow sources. So the settings are the most important thing. And the second one is who you follow. So for example, if we were a makeup artist, we can choose to follow people from the hashtag makeup. You can see we could choose to follow people by their username. So people that have the word username, or sorry, users that have the username makeup in their bio, you know, follow the followers of, say, viral makeup, or I don't know, why do I always say makeup as an example? Because I know nothing about makeup. James Charles. James Charles is a big makeup guy. So I am telling Jarvee now to, or sorry, let's keep going through these and then I'll overview. So, you know, what we could do is we could also follow the followers of our own followers, tongue twister. We could follow the followings of our own followers, another tongue twister. We could follow specific users, so you could actually go in and type usernames, username, add username, boom. We could follow people from geolocation, San Antonio, or where I'm at, Hollywood. And then there's a ton of other options as well, so feel free to go through and look at these. You know, we can even get so detailed as to put in a link to an Instagram post and only follow users that interacted on that post via comment or like. Okay, so here we go. Here is how we get the followers right here. So now what we're doing is we're saying, Jarvee, I want you to follow 500 people every single day, or we have it set right here. Follow 100 people every single day that have profile pictures, that speak English, that don't have these things in the bio, that have 10 to 5,000 followers, that are not a business account, that are not a private user. After you do that, I want you to like their last post. And I want you to do this all to people that are using the hashtag makeup, or have makeup in their username, or follow one of these two pages, Viral Makeup or James Charles, okay? Fantastic. So hopefully now you have a better idea. So that was just for follow. So now we need to go set that up on all of these tabs. We just did it for follow. Now we need to set that up for unfollow, okay? Now we need to set that up for likes, for comments. And each one of these tabs has something different about it. So obviously for comments, you know, what do we comment exactly? You know, so we need to go in and we need to type what we're going to comment. So, you know, every one of these tabs has something unique about it. For example, like has unique features that are different than follows, etc. All right, so there you have it. That was a quick rundown and overview of social media automation, what it can do for you, and we went inside of Jarvee. Now, I really just showed you the tools section of Jarvee, but trust me, that's the most important part. And there's a couple other things in Jarvee, but you gotta believe me, they just would have confused you right now. What you need to focus on if you are looking to get into social media automation is really mastering the tools portion of it, because that's the most important part. That's what's gonna get your Instagram account going viral, getting tons of followers. It's gonna help your brand, gonna help your business. It's a really, really amazing tool. So that was a quick overview of that. Now, Bobby, I wanna get started now. I don't wanna wait for your other videos. Well, if you comment "I want" in below, I will actually send you a link to my exact settings that I use to increase my Instagram account, to get followers on my Instagram account, my exact settings for following, unfollowing, and liking. So if you comment "I want" in, you don't gotta wait for the next video, but you should still watch it because you'll get a better understanding. But if you comment "I want" in below, I'm going to send that to you. Now, if you have any other questions about social media automation, follow me on Instagram at @theinfluencerCEO. Like I said, from this video, what I hope you took from it is you got a little bit more comfortable with social media automation. You saw what Jarvee could do. Maybe I pushed you in towards getting it. Remember, there's a link for a free trial for Jarvee down below if you're interested. But yeah, I really hope you guys explore social media automation. It's a life-changing program. I really, really, really recommend it. And don't forget to subscribe. You're not going to want to miss the next videos where I go more into detail. I'll see you guys next time.